So welcome again, dear students. Welcome to grammar class. Today we will discuss a topic that is well known, right? You know this topic, but we are going to practice today, right? And at the end of the class, you will be able to identify some subject pronouns, right? We will be talking about object pronouns, sorry, and object pronouns. So, but first, before we start, I need you to tell me, and I need remember as well, which was the last topic we were discussing in class. Do you remember in grammar? Which was the last topic? I'm gonna see if you study, if you did your homework. Now tell me which was the last topic in grammar class.
Complex sentence.
Complex sentences. Good, Gabriela. And how can we identify complex sentences? We have two parts, right? We have two
Yes.
kinds. Dependent and
An independent class.
Independent.
okay, good. So, and how can we identify these two kind of sentences? Which one are the ones that include the words that we study? Do you remember? Because independent, right? Good.
Independent.
Independent. Good. So today class is about, right? Is about subject and object pronouns. Do you know which are the pronouns? Or do you know and do you have an idea about what are object and subject pronouns? Beran,
You.
Beran, stop eating please because we are in classes. So can someone share with us what are the pronouns we know? Sorry.
You. He. She.
I,
It.
you,
We. They.
yes, of
He.
course.
She. It. We. They. And you. Okay.
Yes, of course. And which one are we use with third person singular? Third person singular. Which one are used for third person singular?
Your. Her.
Third
His.
person singular.
They.
No. Third person singular. When we're talking about third person singular, we are talking about another person, right? So we refer this pronoun as he, she, and
She. It.
it, right? And what happened when we are talking about these three pronouns? What happened with the main verb? What happened with the main verb with these pronouns? Do you have an idea? You don't have an idea about it? Do you remember that you have to add an S at the end of the verb after these pronouns?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Actually, these are things that you know, guys, because this topic, you studied this topic since you were in first grader. You were first grader student, right? So it won't be complicated for you. So I'm gonna show you a presentation, right? I'm gonna show you a presentation about what are sorry? Yes, yes. You have to. Okay, so can you see the presentation here, guys?
Yes, mister.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have subject and object pronouns.
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 Yes. Yes.
So let's start, right? And as I told you guys, wait. I need to take a picture. Good. Excellent. So now let's continue then And we have the concept about object pronouns. So, Angela, please, could you read what we have here?
Yes, mister.
Yes, of course.
Mister Loquito, ahí está.
No, no, no.
Subject pronoun.
Wait. Okay.
Subject pronoun.
Yes.
A pronoun. I mister.
Yes, do it.
Subject pronoun. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. A subject pronoun performs the action of the verb in a sentence.
Okay, first, here we have the concept about what is a pronoun, right? And it says that a pronoun is a word that takes place in a noun, of a noun, right? Like, for example, which pronoun we have? We have I, right? We have you,
You, he,
he, she,
she,
it,
it,
right? But what
they.
happened? What happened with these pronouns? It also says that they takes the place of a noun, right? That is the noun is the person that we are talking about in that sentence. Like for example, instead of say you, I may say Bayran, right? Instead of say we may say fifth grade class. Yes? Instead of
Instead
say,
of they,
okay,
we use free grade D.
okay, instead of say Batman, like for example, we may say he, right?
He,
Instead of say Wonder Woman, we may say
she,
he, right? Instead of say Maria's dog, we may say it,
It.
right? So,
It.
do you understand this part, guys? So,
Yes.
now, a subject pronoun performs the action of the verb in a sentence, right? That is the person who is doing the action in the sentence, right? So, now we have here an example, right? About subject pronouns, right? That are the ones that we know. Yes? And then we have I that refers to me,
me.
right? That is the first person singular, right? After that, we have we, right? And when we say we refer to what? In Spanish would be
Nosotros.
nosotros, right?
Nosotros.
We,
Otros.
we, all of us, right? Now, then we have you. And
Usted.
you make a reference of
Usted.
Tú.
you, right? Two.
Tú.
Yes. And then we have you again. But what happened with this reference?
Is about of plural
About two or more people,
person.
right? Yes. And what happened? We use the same pronoun for these two references, right? Then what happened? We have
He,
third person singular. Yes. And then we have she when we are talking about a boy, and she when we're talking about a
girl.
girl,
Girl.
right? And then we have they that make reference to,
Ellos.
yes, of
Ellos.
course. It, what happened with the pronoun it?
Is for things.
If
Things.
for things and for animals as well, right? Yes?
Yes.
So clear so far, guys? Yes?
Yes.
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 Beira, I told
Mister.
you to stop eating, Beira. Beira, stop eating, please. So, do you have questions? No?
No.
No?
Oh, Mister, I have a question.
Okay, tell me.
Mister, what are to you?
Sorry? Why we have
Okay,
to you?
yes.
Yes, because we use you, right? When we are talking about one person, right? Like, for example, you, Angela. You are a girl, right? But what happened when I want to talk with you, Miguel, and, like, for example, Angela and Miguel? I have to make the reference about you, right? Because we use you for the two reference, right? with one person and with
Into two or more.
or more people. You understand?
Ah, okay. Yes, yes,
Okay,
mister.
now let's continue then, right? Let's continue. And then we have some examples here in this presentation. We have some examples here. And in the first example we have, could you please read this first example, please, Gabriela? Gabriela?
Jane read her history text.
Jane read, remember that if we don't have an S here, it means that the verb is in past because with the verb read, we write the verb in the same way that we do in present, in past, but the pronunciation is different, right? Like for example, here we have
Yes.
read, right? Read is in
Yes.
present and in past. How do you say read in past?
Read. Read.
Like the color, red, right?
Red.
Red. It means that it is in past. So, Gabriela, could you please read again the number one?
Jane read her history text.
Okay, good. So, could you identify, Gabriela, which is the subject in this sentence or the pronoun in this sentence?
Her,
Gabriela, could you tell me which is the pronoun?
her,
Her. Are you sure?
Jane,
Jane, right? And which other pronoun can we use with Jane?
She.
He?
Mister.
Are you sure?
Her.
She.
Her.
She, right? Because we notice that it's a girl. And how we know that it's a girl? Because we are watching here the possessive pronoun, right? That is her. No?
Yes.
Her is for girls. Okay, so let's continue. Let's see. Yes, of course. Good job, Gabriela. Now let's continue with it's here. Andrea Monserrat is here. Okay, Andrea Monserrat. Number two. Could you read number two?
Ed and Mark studied from the text.
Ed and Mark studied from the text. So, could you identify the pronouns in this sentence, Gabriela? Andrea, sorry.
Mm,
Andrea, could you identify the pronouns in this sentence?
um, and
The pronouns.
Mister.
Wait. I'm asking to Andrea. Because I think that she's not paying attention. So, Gabriela. Sorry, Andrea.
Mister me.
me, Mister.
Andrea, please pay attention, Andrea. Maria Jose. Okay, Maria Jose? Could you please share which are the pronouns in this sentence? Gabriela and Maria Jose, sorry.
Ed and Mark.
Ed and Mark. Good. And do you know another pronoun that we can mention that make the reference to these two persons, to these two people?
They.
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 They. Good. Good job. So let's continue with Khaled. Okay, Khaled. Number three, Khaled.
she read her story,
See, could you please read
history text.
again? Could you please read again?
She read her history
Okay,
text.
what we said about the verb read. It is in past, right? And how do you pronounce read in past?
Red.
Red, like the color, right? Red. Yes? Okay, Khaled, could you
Yes.
identify the the subject or the pronoun in this sentence?
She.
She. Good. So, and could you mention a name in order to make an example of or say she
Hmm.
for an example? Like for example, it could be Maria, right? It could be Andrea. It could
Yes.
be Angeles, Angela, right? Hillary. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so Hillary, are you here, Hillary? Could you read the last one, please? Hillary?
The study from the text.
They studied from the
For the
text.
the
Good.
text.
Could you identify, please, Hillary, the pronoun in this sentence?
Yes, mister. Is they?
Hey, good.
Mm,
Excellent. Good job, Hillary. Good job. So now let's continue then, right? And I need you to work in the word book, right? In the practice book, right? Everybody, please ready with your practice book because we are going to solve some exercises that we have there.
What
And I
page?
need you to go to page
What page, mister?
863. 800,
853.
yes. And we have the topic there, right? We have subject.
Yes.
Yes? Yes? Are you there, guys?
Yes.
Yes?
Mister. What page, mister?
163.
Mister, I there. 163.
Yes. I need you to work in these exercises from 1 to 10, and then we're going to discuss them, right? Please work quietly and quickly because we have to discuss before the class finished, right? And then it says, I'm gonna read the instruction for you, right? And it says, underline the subject and circle the verb in each sentence, right? Uh, replace the nouns with a subject pronoun, right? We are going to underline the subject and then to circle what? The verb, right? Or the predicate, right? And then we have an exercise that you have to replace the nouns for a subject pronoun, right? Like for example, Maria,
Mister.
Maria, right? It would be she, right? Or Carlos, like for example, it could be he, right? So could you please solve these 10 exercises and then we're going to discuss. You have 5 minutes. Carlos, we're working in page 163 in the practice books. Please, 163 and solve the exercise in this page. Hurry up, guys. You have 5 minutes.
Finish. Ah,
Okay,
no
good.
sé.
Good job. Let's wait for the rest of the class. I want to see everybody working. Where is Brisa? Brisa?
finish.
Okay, Brisa, good. Sebastián, I want to see Sebastián.
Mister, ¿qué estaban haciendo?
Gabriel, speak in
Se me
English,
fue el
please.
internet.
Gabriel, speak in English, please.
Okay, Mister, what are you doing? But because
We're
my
working,
internet he go out.
okay. We're working in page 863, right? And solve those exercises. You have to, Gabriel, you have to underline the pronoun and circle the verb, right? And then
Okay.
you have to replace the noun for pronouns. Yes?
Okay.
Diego Betancourt.
Mister, I don't
Turn off your camera
understand.
because I want to see if you're
Mister,
working or not. Kenneth and Carlos
Mister,
Trujillo as well.
Mister, perdón, porque me fue el internet, no sé qué pasó, se me sacó.
Why you are speaking in Spanish? I don't understand Spanish, sorry. We're working in page 163, Gustavo.
Mister,
Finish, mister.
Okay, wait for the rest of the class then.
Mister, I don't understand that three,
The number?
three.
Okay, let's
Finish.
solve together number 3. Then we have the play, right? Takes many weeks to plan.
Eat,
You have to circle, right? The verb. Which is the verb there in that sentence?
play,
Plays. You have to circle the word plays, right? And
Sí,
you
así
have
lo
to
tenía, pero the
underline.
subject, I don't know.
Yes. Now you have to underline that pronoun. And which is the pronoun in that sentence?
The play.
The play.
play,
The play is the pronoun. And takes is the predicate. Yes?
Ah, okay.
Yes? So you have to circle the takes
Mister, I finished.
and play, you have to underline. And which is the subject that we have to
Sí, lo,
replace
Mister,
it?
eat,
y,
Eat. Good.
Mister, yo lo
But no
tenía,
eat of,
ah,
see, if of, eat of pronoun, right? Yes. Do you understand now, Angela?
yes, Mister.
You finish? Do you finish?
No, Mister, and who was the special guest?
Which one?
Who was the guest that were in the reading class?
In the reading?
Class.
Dangerous crossing.
No, ¿quién era el invitado, Mister?
That it was a person from the school that she was supervising you in order
But
to teach
who?
you behave.
Miss
I won't
Dixia.
tell you whom, but there was a person that was in
Se
those.
llamaba DR. Puede ser doctor.
Yes, it could be. It could be. You finish? Did you finish, guys?
I
Sebastián?
finished, mister.
Yeah,
Sebastián,
Mister.
Kenneth, and Diego Betancourt. I want to see if you finish.
Woo!
I finished.
You finish?
I finished.
Okay, so
Yes.
we have 10 exercises, right? And yes, okay. Christian Mengíbar, number 1. Gabriel Valladares, number 2. Gustavo, number 3. So, you have to remember the name, right? Ángeles, number 4. María José, number 5. Diego Amador, number 6. Brisa, number 7. Hilary, number 8. Gladys,
Mister.
number 8, 9, and Caleb, number 10.
Which one, Mister?
You have to leave. Okay, let's start with number 1. Who's number 1?
Mister,
Me.
Mister, which number I am because
You are
I
8.
can hear.
You are 8 or 7. I don't remember, but we're going to see.
9.
Christian Mengíbar, tell me number 1, please.
Ken, Lee, and Martha want to write a play about the Revolutionary War.
Okay. Could you tell me which are the pronouns in this sentence?
Ken, Lee, and Martha.
Okay, and can you tell me which is the verb, please, Christian?
Write a play.
Want. Want is the verb, Christian, right? And which is the pronoun that we use to replace these 3 names?
They.
Hey, good. Number 2, who's number 2?
I, Mr.
Okay, Gabriel. Number two.
Can begins researching the topic.
Okay, so could you tell me which is the pronoun in this sentence?
Can
Okay, good. And could you please tell me which is the predicate or the verb in this sentence?
begins.
Begins. And which is the pronoun that can we use instead of can?
Um,
I think it's a boy. It's a boy, guys.
I know, mister.
Gabriel,
Mister, I know.
which is the pronoun that we have to use to replace the it's a
um,
boy. Ken is a boy. So we are going to use the pronoun he, right?
he.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue then with number 3. Okay, but we already saw number 3, but who's number 3? Okay, Gustavo.
Play takes many weeks to plan.
Okay, good. So could you please tell me which is the pronoun in this sentence, Gustavo?
Play.
Okay, and the verb? The predicate?
The pronoun is the play and the verb is the play is to play.
Takes is the predicate, right? Or the verb. And which is the pronoun that we use to replace the play?
Eat.
Eat. Good. So number 4. Who's number 4, guys? Who's number 4?
I am number 4, Mister.
Okay, Angeles, tell me. Number 4.
Harry builds the sets for the play.
Good. So could you please tell me which is the pronoun in this sentence?
The pronoun is Harry.
Okay, and the verb or the predicate
The
is?
pronoun is Harry, Mister.
Yes,
The
yes.
verb is builds.
Good.
Builds.
And which is the pronoun that we can use in order to replace the name of Harry?
He.
She? Harry is
He.
the name of he.
He, Mister.
Good, good, excellent. Good job, Angeles. So who's number 5? Who's number 5? Maria. Okay, Maria. Okay, Maria.
The story focuses on the ride of Fall River.
Okay, good. So could you tell me which is the pronoun, which is the verb in this sentence? And the pronoun that
Story.
which one? The story is the pronoun, right? Yes. And the verb, which is the verb?
Right.
The verb is focus. Yes? Focus, right? And which is the pronoun we use to replace this?
It.
It. Good. Then, in this part, from 6 to 10, you have to underline the correct subject pronouns of each sentence, right? The only thing that you have to do is what? Underline, right? The correct pronoun. Yes? So, number 6. Who's number 6?
Me.
Okay, Diego Amador.
They are training the result schedule.
Carol, right? So, which one is the one that you have to underline?
They.
They. Good. So, number 7. Who's number 7? Glynis, I think that you are number 7.
No, Mr. Request number 9.
Mister. No, Mister. I hear that you say another person to say number 7.
Who's number 7, guys? Hilary, you're number 7. No, Brisa. Brisa.
No, Brisa.
Brisa.
I would like to hear your opinion.
Okay. Which is the one that you have to underline here? You or we? Which one, Brisa? I can hear you. You? Do you think that that is correct, guys? No, which one
No,
is the one?
no,
We
we,
would like to hear your opinion, right? Yes. So, number 8. Who's number 8, Hillary?
Yes. Would like were just both director of the play.
So, which one is
Is mm,
which one is the one?
you were just
You, right?
you
You were. Because when we use I, we use was. But in this case, it's you were, right? Number 9.
yes.
What number 9, Glenis?
uh, Mark, Mark and I will make the costumes.
So, which one is the one that I have to underline?
And I,
I? Are you sure? Is that correct? Yes or not, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Who's number 10, guys? Who's number 10? Gabriela, do you have something to say to us?
Mr.
Gabriela, you said no. Do you think that the answer is different?
Mark and me.
Yes, of course. Not Mark and me, right? So number 10, Khaled.
Yeah. However, he and me and I will ask others to help.
Yes, of course. Good. Excellent. He and me, right? So,
Yes.
we will stop here, right? We will stop here, guys, and we will continue tomorrow. So, you don't have homeworks, right, from this class. So, now you may
the
have lunch, right?
of
And
math,
then I'm
Mister.
gonna see you at 1:40, according to the schedule,
Mister,
right?
Mister, I finished all the homeworks.